Welcome to Teq Tuesday, where we bring you technology insights that power the equipment finance industry.
Today on Teq Tuesday, we're unpacking embedded finance, what it actually is and why it's changing the borrower experience. In this segment from our Build a Better Borrower Experience webinar, leaders from NorthTech, Great America, and Geneva Capital break down how embedded finance works in practice and what it means for lenders meeting customers right at the point of sale. Let's take a look.
The textbook definition is really integrating financial services into non-financial applications. And I think we've all seen versions of this. But what I'd like to do is start with asking the panelists what their interpretation of what embedded finance is.
Let's hear how this plays out day to day for lenders.
For us at Great America, embedded finance really means meeting the vendor, meeting the borrower where they are in the sales process. And I think companies have done this for years in a non-techie way. Even if you think about buying a car, you go into the dealership, you're not only selecting your product there, but you're also doing the financing at the same time. The copier industry has been doing this for decades. To be quite honest, I don't know that you could even walk into an office equipment dealer and pay cash for a copier anymore because that financing piece is so embedded in what they do. And then if you fast forward to where we are today, especially given the past few years, embedded finance really ramped up to hit on that technology piece really hard. So when you talked about meeting the vendor, meeting the customer where they are, that meant meeting them on their laptop, on their tablet, on their cell phone, and letting them do the financing, right from their technology.
It seems like the way you describe it, it's really blurring the line between like making a purchase and financing. It's all one and the same.
Now, let's talk about how embedded finance can really differentiate you from your competitors.
Colleagues and I think about embedded finance, especially as it pertains to this definition. I think it's important to understand who the users are and also where the finance offerings are embedded, because this subtle distinction is what's causing certain companies to achieve massive competitive differentiation and realize unexpected levels of revenue and even customer loyalty. And the reality is that because we're already in financial services, our instinct is to figure out how we can digitize our existing business model. But the power, at least in my opinion, in embedded finance is when seamless digital finance offerings are embedded into the customer's daily activities, not ours. It's similar to what's already been mentioned. Most consumers, and now it's beginning to be most business customers, prefer not to have to engage with standalone separate financial service companies. And based on new technology that exists now that didn't exist before, they don't have to anymore. And this is why, in my opinion, embedded finance really is all about borrower self-service and enabling customers to purchase something, whether it's online or in person, and have the option to, as was mentioned, spend an extra 5 minutes to finance the purchase if they choose to do so.
That's embedded finance in practice, meeting people where they buy with financing built in. Thanks for watching Teq Tuesday. You can watch the full webinar for more credit automation insights or visit northtech.com to see how we're helping lenders put these ideas into practice. See you next week.